In June 2023, a prominent tennis athlete wrote a Twitter post congratulating another top-ranked male player for his victory at the French Open. He posted, "You've touched our hearts with your unwavering spirit and strong determination. Your ability to bounce back from challenges has become a symbol of hope for fans around the world." This AI-generated message, perceived as insincere, was met with ridicule from followers who humorously questioned the prompt used for ChatGPT to generate this response. Now, nearly a year later, the integration of AI tools in interpersonal communication has become a ubiquitous aspect of our techno-social landscape. The internet is flooded with apps designed to assist in writing emails, engaging with recruiters, and confidently expressing thoughts. These tools are now an inescapable part of the digital landscape. AI tools have also rapidly found their way into dating apps, offering messaging help for those hesitant to start or respond to conversations, providing a hassle-free solution. Interpersonal communication is crucial in our lives. It is the main channel for emotional expression and personal disclosure, critical to teamwork and collaboration, increased productivity, satisfaction, and it shapes the quality of people's relationships in general. Interpersonal communication has profound implications for almost all aspects of people's lives. Walter's hyperpersonal communication concept suggests that computer-mediated communication allows more selective self-presentation than face-to-face interactions. The computer-mediated communication has recently been extended to AI-mediated communication, as defined by Hancock et al. This involves AI modifying, augmenting, or generating messages to accomplish communicative goals. With these AI-mediated communication tools rapidly gaining popularity, we want to ask, what publicly available AIMC tools offer to support users' interpersonal communication? How do users feel about their experiences using these tools? In what contexts do users find these tools acceptable for interpersonal communication? How do users think the long-term use of these tools will shape their communication? To investigate these questions, we started a one-week diary study with an initial interview and an exit interview before and after the diary study. One participant dropped out after the initial interview. In sum, we collected 15 initial interviews, 226 high-quality diary entries, and 14 exit interview data. Overall, participants had a positive experience and satisfaction scores, as shown in the satisfaction distribution graph. The mean score is 7.1 on a 1 to 10 scale. In their diary entries, participants mentioned, "I feel comprehended, it worked well for me, and this is the first time I used ChatGPT for this purpose, and I was very impressed." Participants found various benefits of using AI-mediated communication tools for interpersonal communication, which we summarize into 6 points. The benefits are increasing users' confidence in their communication, helping users find the right words, supporting cross-cultural communication, improving users' grammar and vocabulary, helping users brainstorm, and supporting emotionally aware communication. For this talk, I am presenting these 2 points. Viewers can find details and participants' quotes of other points in our paper. Participants reported experiencing reduced anxiety, increased confidence, and a heightened willingness to communicate as a result of the support offered by AI. They said using these tools offload a lot of overthinking, grow my confidence as a professional writer or someone aspiring to advance in my career, and even in an emotionally distressing state of mind, I was able to communicate. Without ChatGPT, I would probably do that like 2 days later. Participants also reported that AI-mediated communication tools helped them find the perfect words to give voice to their ideas and emotions. They really like certain sentences that ChatGPT gives. The thought the tools help them, being able to express yourself in ways that you would optimally express yourself, and help them to find the right words. On the flip side, participants also identified several drawbacks of these tools for interpersonal communication: verbosity, unnatural output, user burden, excessively emotional content, and the guilt of ghostwriting. I'm going to talk about these 3, and you can find more in our paper. To illustrate the drawbacks of verbosity, here's a diary entry from Participant 2. The original message written by Participant 2 consists of 28 words. After AI's modification, it expands to 96 words. The participant was confused and thought the prompt word's thoughtful tone might lead to this problem. The participant didn't take AI's suggestion and sent out their original message. This feeling is echoed by other participants, with one stating, "I wonder why the AI tool always makes the answers very long unless I prompt them to be short and concise," while another thought AI output is too superfluous, too lengthy typically. Participant 7 also noted having to delete a significant amount of unnecessary content by saying, "I think I've deleted most of that and just kept what I felt was necessary." Another prominent issue most participants called out is the excessive emotional tone produced by AI. Most of the time, participants just want their message to be a little friendly, a little encouraging, or a little empathetic. Often, users simply seek a touch of friendliness, encouragement, or empathy in their messages. Yet, the AI's responses tend to be overly intense, as illustrated in the example above. When participant 11 asked the AI tool to help make a simple compliment to their friend's outfit, the AI's response was overwhelmingly exaggerated. Consequently, the user rated their satisfaction as 0, commenting, "This was a major failure by AI. Its answers were so intense and not at all what I wanted, and AI's interpretation of Gen Z is extremely outdated." Similarly, for simple daily communication, such as requesting payback movie tickets, the AI-mediated communication was far from what the users expected, leading to irritation due to the unnatural and excessive tones. The diary entry data is validated during the exit interview with participants. They consistently said that AI tools would deliver the requested tone, but amplify it beyond their intentions, saying things like, "AI tools tend to go to the extreme side of the emotion. It's just too exaggerated. And the tools always goes to these extremes when I want to make the email 3% more polite. It makes it so over the top." Participants also expressed concerns about the authenticity and superficiality of interpersonal communication when using AI. They mentioned something like, "I think it is smart enough and learning enough to know how to create different types of speech, but it still feels weird. Well, it's not authentic." Another outcome of our study is the categorization of AI-mediated communication into 4 communication spaces. After our initial analysis and discussion of the qualitative data, we found that participants' messages clustered into 2 categories, along each of 2 axes. First, whether the communication stakes were high or low. And second, whether their relationship with their communication partner was formal or informal. We mapped the 2 axes, 4 quadrants of communication spaces with examples on this graph. Our interview and diary entries found that participants have varied perceptions and acceptance of AI's support in these spaces. For the formal communication spaces, participants disproportionately expressed appreciation for AI tools, saying, for example, the tone adjustments from these tools were very useful when messaging a teacher or a recruiter or for professional communication. One participant explained that the tools are beneficial in the more professional context when there are maybe higher stakes and you want to make sure everything is properly structured and articulated. On the contrary, in informal, low-stakes contexts, participants saw little need for AI tools and envisioned them as more disruptive than helpful. Participant P7 emphasized the importance of spontaneity in low-stakes, informal contexts, saying, "I type a message and I just send it. I don't think twice if it's a casual message." The underlying reason for this preference seems to be a desire for authentic interactions. As one participant said, "In my day-to-day interactions or in my genuine connections, I don't want any filter." Lastly, participants expressed diverse opinions about the use of AI tools in informal, high-stakes contexts. Participants explained that these informal, high-stakes interactions required thoughtful communication and expressed conflicting attitudes regarding AI's role in this communication space. We suggest that designers of AI-mediated communication systems consider the communication space framework and design proper AI support in these different spaces. For example, in the formal high-stakes space, AI can serve as a communication optimizer. In the informal high-stakes space, AI can function as a communication coach. Viewers can find a more detailed discussion in section 5.2 of our paper. Our participants also mentioned their perception of the long-term effect these tools might have. They have noticed indications of language style change even after 1 week of use. Most participants also predicted that long-term use of AIMC tools would influence their self-presentation, identity, or attitudes. In addition, across participants, a common concern was the fear of becoming too dependent on AI-mediated communication tools. which some believed could result in intellectual stagnation. Based on various theories such as the Sapir-Whorf hypothesis and self-perception theory, there is good reason to believe changing the language used in our interpersonal communication can change how we interact with each other and influence our self-perceptions, thus change our behavior. Our exploratory study provides several indications that these shifts are already underway due to AI tool usage. Based on our findings, we identify several design suggestions related to the long-term effects of AI-mediated communication tool use on individuals that the HCI community can explore further. First, balancing learning and dependency. Second, supporting and augmenting self-expression. Third, improving users' grammar and vocabulary. Fourth, considering different demographics. Fifth, designing for transferable learning. To summarize, our findings show users generally have a positive experience using AI-mediated communication tools for interpersonal communication. There are various benefits, such as increasing confidence and finding the right words. However, there are also multiple drawbacks, such as verbosity, unnatural output, and excessive tones. Based on the diary entries and interviews of participants, we identify 4 communication spaces where AI can play distinct supportive roles. We provide design recommendations and considerations regarding the long term of these tools. Thank you for watching. Feel free to read our paper for more details.